away from the Outlaws. Stay away from the loners. Just stay away from all MC members. This is what they're telling the general public up in Canada. They are telling everybody that bikers are so dangerous that you're not supposed to be around them. It's like a public announcement, a public safety announcement. And I think it is ridiculous. And yes, this is in Canada, but guess what? Everybody's seeing it around the world right now because that's just how news is. We're going to go through some biker news right now. I'm going to show you some of that. And later on, I'll give you some thoughts on what I think. And you know what? I just had to come out and say, you know what? This is BS. BS. So let's go to our first story right now. WTKR Female Motorcycle Club gives back to Norfolk neighborhood. You may have seen the 757 Lady Unity Riders, a female motorcycle and social club in Hampton Roads, on their bikes in the community. The motorcycle club offers more than camaraderie. Members work towards having a strong impact in the area. That's all MCs, man. All MCs. Quote, it was great knowing I was already interested in motorcycles, but to find someone that wanted to give back to the community, that always a plus. Letitia Jones, the club's public relation officer. And you know what? They have one. I think all clubs should start having one with these public relations officers because of what's being said in the news. You can no longer just shrug it aside. The club's president, Ashley Askew, is aware some people might have stereotypes about motorcycle clubs. There we go. It was a great one until then. However, she says the 757 Lady Unity Riders promotes positivity. The club is bringing back unity and love straight into the community. And the area that's felt the positive effects of the club efforts is the Park Place section of Norfolk. They have organized food dropouts throughout the neighborhood. You never know who may need this stuff. You never know, she said, the group's vice president, Lavonda Scott. Way to go, girls. Way to go. Hell yeah, baby. Let's go to some events right now. Your motorcycle events. Don't forget to go check some of these out if you're in the area. A Bait Backpack Run over at Pensacola Harley Davidson. That is July 22nd at 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. It goes on to say on the event page over on Facebook, come out, show your support, and ride for a great cause for A-Bait's Backpack Ride on Saturday, July 22nd. Registration is at 9. First bike out at 11. Last bike in at 3. Cost is 10 a rider, 5 for a passenger. Pre-purchase your backpack now for only 10 from Eagles Talion or an A-Bait officer. Registration's fees waived if you pre-purchase and return a backpack with school supplies at registration. All school supplies will be donated to the United Way of West Florida. Harley's Angels will be grilling, and I don't think it's the club. Yeah, don't even think that. Will be grilling burgers and dogs for donations. That July 22nd at 9 a.m. Now let's go to Hogback Twister Challenge Ride in Colorado. It goes on to say more twists than a pit full of snakes. And I guess registration has been extended in July, but does not include the t-shirt or patch. And it goes on to say ride some of Colorado's best canyon roads, a captivating array of long sweeping bends and sharp hairpins through an amazing landscape. 9 canyon parks plus the peak-to-peak highway spanning 350 miles. This sounds like a kick-ass ride. Cutting through the Dakota Hogback Ridge between Fort Collins and Evergreen. And they go on, there's going to be discounts and all that good stuff. And it says, let's see here, Saturday, 29th of July, over 1,500 twists and turns, 9+ hours of riding plus stops. Now, the entire route is between 5 and 9,500 feet, and it has the canyons listed here. You start at Hogback Distillery, 5311 Western Avenue, number 174 in Boulder, Colorado, baby. And the end point is going to be at the same place. Check it out. That seems like a badass ride right there. Beautiful stuff. If you guys do go on and get us some video, and I'll put that up for you. Now let's go up to Canada, you Canucks, man. That cold up there is making you crazy. I'm telling you, it's making you psycho with what your cops are telling everybody.
Work just before noon containing the fire. Police say the owner of the building was affiliated with the Outlaws motorcycle gang.
Because of the ownership of the building and who owns it, there's a heightened awareness to our investigation for sure. But at this point, we don't have an actual link that we can confirm right now.
According to Cornwall police, a violent altercation broke out there Saturday night between the Outlaws and another rival biker gang, the Loners, where 2 people were stabbed and 1 was shot. Cornwall police have since arrested 5 individuals involved in the incident. Although Brockville police wouldn't comment on links between the 2 cases, the deputy fire chief says the fire has been labeled suspicious.
The cause right now is undetermined, but we are conducting a formal investigation with Brockville Police and the Ontario Fire Marshal's office, who will be joining us in a couple hours.
The smell of smoke in the air and the charred debris are now all that remains of the building that once stood at 109 Perth Street. But this could have been a much larger tragedy.
We evacuated some of the residents in the area because the fire did ultimately spread from that building to multiple other residences just adjacent to it.
17 of the nearby houses were damaged by the heat. The fire caused over $4 million in damages. There were 3 fire marshals present at the scene Monday as they searched for a cause, and any possible links to biker activity continues. Fawaz Muhammad Yusuf, Global News, Brockville.
There it goes right there, the continuation of what the cops are saying up there. And I just have to say, there is not going to be any MC out there that's going to hurt regular old citizens of their neighborhood. When there's usually beefs, it's between each other. Unless you got some idiot out there that's acting like a moron that might get slapped. But when stuff like this goes down, the general public is in no way in harm's way. Now, with the fire, at the clubhouse, you just see the damage that it was done, and nobody has any proof that either one of the clubs, the problems that they had, started that fire. And I really wish that the news would have came out and said nothing until they had the proof, but they usually don't. Earlier, that ladies MC talked about a public relations officer. How do they got it together more than a lot of the bigger clubs do? This is 2023, people. You got to get yourself a public relation officer to fight this kind of stuff. Because quite frankly, and I do support them, NCOC is not out there doing what they're supposed to do, or what their mission statement is to combat the way motorcycle clubs are portrayed in the media. And I hate to say it, I do. Something like this now, where you have cops saying, stay away from everybody. Well, that's up in Canada. Well, no, because a lot of people in the United States are seeing this story in their news feeds through Google, and they're going to read it and see it. I got a viral video going around right now and getting a bunch of new people over on the channel. And a lot of them, you can tell, don't ride because gang this, gang that's coming out of their mouth, or see, we told you so kind of stuff. You got to start pushing back on that. You really do. You got to push back on it. If not, there's going to be more laws. It's just like gun control. Every time something happens, they're running and freaking talking about guns. It's going to be the same thing with clubs. With all the news media coverage and no pushback, hell, they can brand you that way they are and get the citizens scared of you. That's just my thoughts on that, man. Get that public relation officer. We're going to go to the second half of the show. We're going to be talking about your brain pan, man. Critical things that you might want to think about or help you get ahead. And then on the members only, we're going to be talking about what makes a woman a biker chick. Yes, what makes a woman a biker chick? Should be a good one. Either that or Hollywood's going to be in the doghouse like he has been all week. Anyway, we'll be right back after this. Rock on.
Is an in-depth look at the trials and tribulations of street gang and motorcycle club life. This isn't the run-of-the-mill book that doesn't give the goods. This book will go into detail of events that actually happened. All materials in this book have been approved by those involved. There is nothing poetic, nor is there any price worth paying for the life we choose to live on the streets. James Hollywood Machikari, Brotherhood and Betrayal.
Join the Insane Throttle Members Only Club on YouTube or Spotify and receive exclusive content Monday through Friday at 9:20 a.m. Central Standard Time. Your membership in the Throttle Club helps keep the show going strong.
Introducing the all-new service from Insane Throttle Motorcycle Madhouse Radio. 24/7 and nothing but the best in 80s till today rock and metal, baby. And here's an added bonus. You can now listen to Motorcycle Madhouse Morning Show with Hollywood and Chinatown live on the air. Go to motorcyclemadhouse.com and bookmark the radio station and get down with the king of biker radio.
I say goodbye, vamoose, adios, ciao, so long, get your hat jack.
#1 internet biker radio show is now available on Spotify and all major platforms, including iHeartRadio, iTunes, Stitcher, and more. Don't forget to become a subscriber on any one of these platforms so you can be notified right away